Hey guys, what's going on? This is Jeff Linney, and what I'm going to be doing is giving you guys my full review of the Inbox Blueprint Launchpad only, of course, by Learn and Onyx Singal. So, first of all, a little background for those that don't know. I was actually Onyx Singal's head coach from 2011 through the very end of 2014 / the very beginning of 2015. And I was actually the only coach doing the training for the first 3 times Inbox Blueprint launched. The first 2 times was actually internal to his email list only to test the response to the product and the customers' results, etc. And then when it launched for the 3rd time, you guys saw, of course, Inbox Blueprint 1.0 being launched in 2014. And it did not have the Launchpad until a year or 2 ago, which really just is next level. It changes things on a whole new level. For example, in 2013, when I was teaching this, we had to teach you guys how to go out and have a squeeze page built for you. We taught you how to go out and have a report written for you. We taught you how to write your autoresponder emails, how to have your book cover created, and the Launchpad does all of that for you. It really does. But I'm going to tell you still that some parts of it I recommend you do yourself for better results. But this is an amazing, amazing tool. So instead of going through everything step by step, which might take me 45 minutes to demo, I'm going to go through an existing campaign I built as a test here, so I can show you guys how this works. And you might notice there's a bunch of no impressions, no conversion rates. I use this for a demo and a test only. This is not my main account, so you're not seeing a lot of that stuff for a reason. I want to keep my actual funnels hidden, but I do use this very same stuff myself, and yes, it really does work, and yes, it really does work ridiculously well. But again, I'm going to show you guys what you should do and what you shouldn't do for the best results. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my survival basics funnel here, and it's already completed, but I'm going to go ahead and go in to the configuration. So the first thing, when you first go through setting up your funnel, you're going to be able to choose a niche. And these niches are pretty freaking cool. Every single niche here has the capability of earning you $1,000 or more per month, per week, even per day, if you take the time to build up your email list and build up the relationship with your list properly. And Onyx says follow your passion to profit. Follow the money is in the list, etc. And I'm gonna say that's cute and everything, but I say follow the money. Really, I certainly don't have a passion in every niche I do. I'm not a survivalist, although I think it's cool. I've made money before selling unicorn slippers on Amazon, and that's certainly not a passion of mine. I follow the money. So I think it does help if you do have an interest in the niche you're working in. For example, diabetes niche would be a bit boring for me, but I can do hypnosis, I can do law of attraction, I can do men's health or men's dating or marriage or life skills. So a lot of these I could do because they don't completely bore me. I find them interesting, which I think does help. So in this case, of course, I chose the survival niche. And what happens is you go in and you're able to choose the name of your funnel. You're able to choose a URL for your opt-in page. So in this case, my squeeze page is survivalbasics.launchpad.inboxblueprint.net. And while that works, what I would recommend you do is buy your own domain. Buy your own domain name. So for example, survivallife.com. You can have if you own survivallife.com as an example, you can have your squeeze page and everything hosted on there. So you can send clicks to survivallife.com, for example, instead of survivalbasics.launchpad.inboxblueprint.net. So it works, and it's a great way to save money. But if you find that you're going through and you're starting to make money, I would do this first, save the money. But if you find that you found the niche is working well for you, buy your own domain. It's going to be a lot more professional, and it's going to be much easier to brand. I promise you that. So anyway, so we continue with that. Next time you go to the email campaign, and I'm not going to change anything here, but I did add my email information here. And it's actually my old address, so don't try to reach me there. I don't live there anymore. So it's actually Anaheim Hills. But yeah, anyways, I should probably blur that out anyways. Hold on, making it. Alright, so moving on here. Geez, I got my phone number there too. I needed to blur that out definitely. We'll look at the affiliate offer. As you're going to be able to choose an offer that's already being sold via ClickBank. And you can simply do a search. So in this case, it automatically gives you some products in ClickBank that you can sell that are related to that niche. So I could do something like survival. And look at the survival food offer. Everstrike waterproof mat, survival system, and this shows you the income right there. That's the average income, the average dollar amount you're going to make per sale. So obviously you want to find something that's paying you a lot more, and something that also converts as well. So in this case, I simply chose the survival system and I clicked on continue. And if you have an offer you want to use this maybe not on ClickBank, or maybe it's not showing up in the list here, you can also use your own link, which I did right here, for example. But this particular network, ClickBank, of course, is saturated 85%. That doesn't mean anything. That just means a lot of other people are selling or promoting that particular product, which is fine. You can use other things. This is a demo only. So next up, you got your free report. Now this is one thing I recommend doing on your own. Is I would recommend, and you'll learn how to do this in Inbox Blueprint, but basically you can go through here and you can choose some pre-written articles. And you can kind of merge them together to make one giant article, which is what this does for you. So let me see if I can download it and show you. But basically you can choose up to 10 articles and you can kind of combine them into one giant super article. So that's kind of how that works for you. And I'll show you at the very end. I don't think I can view it now. Let me view one of the pieces. So basically it's just pre-written stuff. You can combine these together to make kind of a big book. So yes, it works. But again, my recommendation, go to iWriter.com or another writing site, pay 30 or 40 bucks and have someone write a real solid piece for you. You're going to get better results that way because it's going to simply look a lot more professional. If you don't want to do that, yes, you can use these. Just make sure you take the time to make quality. Quality is definitely important here. So, pre-report, funnel design. Now the funnel design, I've already got a squeeze page built that I did here. I can preview it right now. Check this out. This is the squeeze page I built. And I just made a joke product. I made a silly one. Basically, the Boy Scouts won't prepare you for this, etc. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, and you'll notice for the call to action button, my pin name for my survival website is JD. So I don't just use something like click here or yes or sign up now. I use the call to action that tells people what they're going to be doing, what's going to be happening, and you're going to get much better click-through rates doing something like this. So, but you can customize everything here. Let me show you. Oh, by the way, you can also preview it. Let me close this. Hold on. You can also preview it, how it's going to look on a tablet and a mobile phone. So it is fully responsive, so which is kind of cool as well. So I'll try to shorten that if I could a bit. I don't think you can shorten that there. So it's not perfect, but it does work out pretty well. So yeah, anyways, that's pretty nice. There we are. Let me close out of that. Cancel. Yes. Exit builder. Now I'm going to go ahead and make a variation. Now what a variation is, this is also a demo for you to see how it works, but you can test with the same URL. If I want to know, okay, maybe if I'm not sure which squeeze page content to use, I can create 2 different pages. And I can test things like different headlines, different calls to action, etc. I can test different background images. So if you want to, what ideally you should be doing is you should be testing everything. Test the background image, test your headline, test your content, test your button. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to build a new one from scratch. And you can use their pre-made templates, which are fantastic, by the way. And you can change everything here, so don't worry about it here. You can use a 2-step opt-in. You can use a 2-step here. I'll show you this. So what happens is you click on this button, and it's going to pop up another option, which I'll show you when it's live here. So I'm going to use this one here. So I'm going to use the same content from before, but I want to see what converts better, the 2-step or the regular one. So let's try this. Well, let's put the Boy Scouts won't prepare you for this. And it's funny because I'm using this as a bit of humor just to show you how it works. But it's funny, this type of copy might actually really work. So I'm going to put download my 100% free report. Let me spell correctly. And of course, this is a bit of humor, but it actually might work, believe it or not, if you have a pretty awesome offer. So I'm going to highlight that. And you can change the text, you can change everything. So I'm going to go ahead and select color there. I'm just going to make that a nice red color. At this point, I can use bullet points. You will learn this, and this, blah, blah, blah. But in this case, I'm going to remove the bullet points here. And you can add something else. You can actually add whatever you want. Oops, I clicked delete. So if I want to add a new title, a new paragraph, If you want to add an ebook cover, you can do that here. If you want to add an image, for example, you can add any of that stuff here, which is really cool. So I'm going to delete that. Delete the content right here. This, by the way, is the ebook image, which I actually created using the Launchpad, which is kind of interesting. And I know you can't read it here. I'll see if I can show you in a minute here. But it's simply the book, the e-cover name, the book name. And it's important to have an ebook cover because it looks a lot more professional, and you're going to get much better opt-in rates if your cover looks professional. That is. So you don't have to show the cover again. My previous report looks like this right now. So I'm actually going to remove that for now. I'm just going to test double opt-in versus single. Now again, something like this, free instant access. And that's simple and that works. But I'm going to go for something like this, you know. Yes, JD, send it to me now. Do that. And you're going to get much better opt-in rates, much better conversion rates when you do have something like that, which is pretty cool. So let's see here. Alright, so next, of course, many of you probably already noticed this background image is not really going to work for what I want to do. So I'm going to go to BG images for background images here. And at the top, you'll notice it allows me, if you look at the mouse here, when I click on background image, it allows me to choose a royalty-free photo, meaning I can use it for free, or I can upload my own file. Use the ones I have that are already hosted on the site. So I just simply want to find something that looks kind of survival-ish. Something outdoorsy looking is going to work nicely. Yeah, I'm talking about the end of the world and everything, so I can use something like this, which is obviously too distracting and probably not going to work. So I'm going to use the same image from before, I think. That's not it, actually. Hold on a second here. And which one did I use? I used this one here. This one looks dark and gloomy. I just thought this worked really nicely here. So next I want to edit the pop-up here. And that's going to be what happens when they click on that button. What's going to happen? Now here's the thing. Onyx taught me this. When you ask for more information, you know, the name and the email address, you're going to get less people opting in. And here's the thing. This has its pros and cons. When you get the person's first name, you can use your emails to customize. You know, so I can say, hey, in the subject line, you know, hey Jeff, download my free report now, for example. But what I'd like to do is I remove the name field and I ask for the email address only. And what that does is I get a higher opt-in rate, which is fantastic. Now my open rate on the emails might not be as high because I can't personalize it, but I still find the difference is minuscule and I get better access doing it this way. So instead of free instant access, again, I'll change that button text right there. I can change the color. So I'll change the background color. I love using oranges. Orange is an amazing color for conversions. Perfect. I like how that looks right there. Yes, send it to me now. I can change the text color as well. I use a nice red color for that. I think it looks nice. Pops up nicely. You can change the text right here. And I'm going to put your best email address, or you can put even tell us where to send it. I'll put your best email address. And you can even choose to remove the terms and conditions if you want as well down there. I like leaving those there. They look nice. So that's what's going to happen here. So I'm going to close this. We're going to go ahead and preview it and see what the live thing would look like. So this is how it looks. And of course, the button's not going to work because it's disabled until it goes live. But let's show you. Let's take a look at this. So we're going to go ahead and save it. I'm going to exit the builder here. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to get options here to choose a winner. Obviously, you don't want to do that now. What I recommend you do is, again, you're going to be running traffic right here to one link. But Inbox Blueprint is going to display each of your opt-in pages evenly by 50%. 50% of the time, I mean, which is nice. So what's going to happen then is you're going to be able to see which one is the winner, which one gets the higher conversion rate. So I got my two options here. I got this one here, where you simply enter the email address, and I got this one here where you simply click on that right there. And I think what I want to do though is add the privacy policy into that second one still. But you can even test not using it, but really you want to test everything possible. You really, really, really do. Paragraph. I don't know how to add it below that. Hold on a second here. There we are. So I think I can move this above there. There we are. You just hover the mouse in there and you can drag the box, move it there. So I'm just going to re-add that privacy policy here. We'll click on save, exit the builder. There we are. Privacy is 100% assured. It even re-adds that lock for me, which is nice. So, which will convert better? I have no idea. Oops, it's the same one there. Which will convert better? I really have no idea. But that's why it's also fun to test them out and find out yourself. And you're going to be able to get, again, my recommendation is test one thing at a time. Test single versus the pop-up opt-in. Test the headline content. Test the button right here. Test what's going to be right here. That's how that works, and it works ridiculously well. So anyways, next up here, and again, something I recommend you do yourself here, is you can even customize the ebook, which I don't, let's see here, see if I can show you that. Okay, actually I forgot one thing, I'm sorry. You can choose the thank you page. What happens is when people sign up to your report, they're going to get a thank you page that says basically one of two things. It's either going to say your free gifts on, excuse me, I need some water, sorry. It's going to say your free gift is on the way, pretty much. You might be interested in a special offer. Then there's going to be a 5 or 10 second countdown timer. What's going to happen is then it's going to redirect automatically to the ClickBank affiliate offer you chose before. What happens? You make some money, which is nice. Or you can choose the other option, which is simply a miniature sales page, where you're going to be able to customize it, and you're going to be able to, basically pre-sell that product. Your free reports in the mail. But before you go, I have something you may like. By Jeff Linney. So I'll put it by J.D. Phillips in that case, because that's my my guy's name for my survival page. And you can just type a little mini sales page here. If killing zombies isn't... I'm not going to write a whole thing out now, but you get the idea though. And you can simply make this button right here is going to be automatically a link to your offer. So you can have those two options here. You can have either the link to your offer, or you can have it simply automatically redirect for you, which I recommend doing. That's going to be the easiest thing for now, is simply choose the timer page, which is automatic. Then we click on save and continue. And that's about it. And I'm not going to go through the ebook cover now, because I don't want to mess it up. I like what I have going on there. But that's essentially how that works. And then if I want, I can view the opt-in page live right here. This is actually a live, real opt-in page here. And again, all I have to do is if I serve people that one URL, I don't think it'll change if I refresh right now, but it's going to serve people on different IP addresses, different computers. It's going to serve them a variation of the two options. And then again, what I would recommend doing is test with at least 500 to 1,000 clicks. I know that can get expensive sometimes, but it's really worthwhile to know which one's going to convert better. This is something you're going to want to scale on slowly over time. Test everything. Now, if you want, you can just use one. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist myself. I like testing. I like finding out what's going to work and what's going to convert better, which is why I do that. By all means, you do not have to test if you don't want to. You can use one squeeze page, and that's going to be fine, but I promise testing is something when you're brand new you're going to want to do. Even if you test it with 100 or 200 clicks. That might cost you 30 or 50 bucks for the traffic there. It's worth knowing which one is going to convert better. Even if you don't test everything, test two completely different designs. I don't care. I just want you to understand what works better and hopefully understand why it works better as well. And here's the thing, guys. The copy is ridiculously important. This is kind of funny here. My zombie survival guide, obviously I could add more information about what you'll be learning here. And this is kind of silly, but this could actually work. This type of headline is what's going to get your attention. And you can do the exact same thing for weight loss. Your doctor, your physical therapist won't prepare you for this. Your doctor won't prepare you for this. Your high school football coach did not prepare you for this. Your nutritionist did not prepare you for this. Any niche it works for. Your dating coach didn't prepare you for this. It works for any niche you can possibly think of. In fact, if I just look randomly at another niche here, cooking, diabetes, dog training. Your dog trainer could, obviously that's one of many examples you can do, but if you go through the training in Inbox Blueprint as well, there's training, for example, on how you can write copy. It's called the Addiction Meter. And it gives you some amazing ways how you can write everything. And it covers everything you could possibly want to know about how to write emails, how to write headlines, how to write subjects that convert and get clicks. So again, this is a silly idea, but this type of thing would get clicks, I guarantee it, if I were to use it. So, having said that, that kind of concludes my demonstration here of the Launchpad. You know what, I lied, I had to pause it for a moment. I forgot to show you guys how you can make your free ebook cover. So in this case, obviously you don't want to pay $5 or $10 on Fiverr to have one made when you can actually have one made for you. So I'm not going to save anything because I've already got my ebook made and I like it, but you can choose these different headlines right here. You can choose these different styles of the book right here. You can choose the background image, how it's going to look. I think I'll change it. I don't mind changing it. Let me see here. So I'm talking about the zombie apocalypse here. Obviously, you're not going to find any terrifying images. I could probably use the same one for my opt-in page as well. Yeah, see, here's how it looks essentially. Actually, I kind of like how that looks. You can choose, and you can change anything on here you want. And don't worry, these boxes are going to move. They're not going to be justified to the right like this. But you see how it looks here. It shows that 100% free report, survival 101, what the Boy Scouts want to teach you about the up-and-coming zombie apocalypse. My pin name is down there. And again, you can customize everything here. So I'm going to click on save. And I got a new ebook cover, which is pretty freaking cool. And then you can click here to preview your free report. And this is how it looks. You'll see it's not centered all funky looking. It looks pretty awesome. And then again, my free report, here it is. Here I wanted to show you before here. It creates a table of contents automatically for you. And I just added a bunch of random stuff real quickly. Well, this is not bad. That's really not bad. In fact, Launchpad's gotten better over the past 2 years. So if you're really particular about the content you add in there, it's actually going to work out pretty well for you. Anyways, having said that, I believe I covered it all for you here. I really think I did now. If you guys have any questions, please by all means let me know. I'm here to help you guys out. I'm here to help you guys have success. If you want to read my full inbox blueprint review, I've got a really detailed review of the entire course, the training, etc. If you're watching this video on YouTube, if you click on the link down below, I'm going to give you a link to my full written review of the Launchpad, which is right here. And I've got a link. The video is going to go right here in just a minute. And I've got a link right here to read my full review of Inbox Blueprint. If you want to join right now, I've got a join button right here as well. And if you guys do want to join via my link, I've got some pretty awesome coaching bonuses and other things that you can get from me, including a personal Skype call or a personal video with me. So my video, my review is pretty damn detailed. I'm not going to go through it now. It's me with Anik, me on stage with Anik. Here we are, personal coaching with one of Onyx's coaches. That's this guy right here. Yeah, so that's pretty valuable right there. And I tell you guys, I'm not making this up. I've given people some advice that took 5 minutes, and it took them up to $1,000 on one day. In one day, they were close. Don't get me wrong; they were like at $800 already. But I said, well, try this and try this. They did it and made $1,000 that day. So I do take full credit for that one because it was awesome advice and it worked well. So. Having said that, guys, I'm going to quit rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Any questions, let me know. Do not be shy. I'm here to help you out. And now I'm going to go refill my water bottle. So thank you very much.